Hello, my name is Ruta and you're watching 100 Days of Good Hair Days Challenge Hairstyle Diary, in which I also do Mood Diary. Because Mood Diary I did originally and then I just decided, I decided to take on this challenge. So today I'm gonna start with what's going on. At the moment, I am feeling a bit tired and deflated because this was one of the hottest days. And now it's actually afternoon, but I don't want to miss my hairstyle. So today we're gonna do high fishtail bun. Right. Actually, deliberately didn't do it in the morning because I was intending to wear a baseball cap. And when you do that, what happens is, like, if you have any high hairstyle, you can't really put the baseball cap properly. So, and I didn't want my hairstyle to be all destroyed by that and not to feel comfortable, so I decided I'm gonna do it once I'm gonna get back home. And also, while I'm brushing my hair, I'm gonna tell you about my mood. So it was in the morning. I had a slight conflict with my partner. When I say slight, you know what, when I have conflicts, at the time of the conflict, it feels really intense to me because I'm a very emotional person, right? And like if I feel like something is unfair or I feel like I'm not heard or something, I get very, very emotional. But then, like, it's really a big gift to be able to talk about it, and also a big skill to learn to actually talk about how you feel. Because, you know, like, all that it takes for, like, let's say there is some kind of misunderstanding or something happens and there is a conflict situation, and then I think, for example, that I am not in the wrong, but I feel like I'm being put in the wrong, and then, you know, let's say from my partner's perspective, it looks like, you know, I'm in the wrong. But then what the magic happens when you talk about how you feel and you express it and you are understood. Like when you are understood, like what happens with me when I'm understood, when my point of view is understood, like this kind of like a tension thing, it just goes, and then there is no, you know, no nothing. So that was actually, it feels like a really minor part of the day, and the rest of the day we, you know, that was the minor conflict because we barely made it to the train. And the fact is, I'm slow, or I take my time, and that's my time. Anyways, but I also understand, you know, his perspective. But at the same time, you know, like, so whose side do you argue? But the thing is, you have to understand the other person, but at the same time, you cannot really not advocate for yourself, because if your point of view is not understood, then you know, like, you wouldn't feel like your reality is being seen. So that's why for me it's always important in situations like that my point of view is seen, felt, and, you know, validated. It is important, and I do the same, you know, for the other person. Anyways, so now it looks like my hair is nearly brushed. Since I was in a hairdresser just yesterday, my screen keep on freezing, by the way, that's why I keep on coming back and touching the screen. My hair feels really kind of like thick because we cut off some lengths, and yeah, but the lengths were mainly like ends, where the bits, you know, like you get like a cut. You need to cut because it's dry and it's split, so it starts to kind of like become two out of one. You can see the split. We also did some layers, so I don't know how it's gonna work with plaits now, but we will see. Okay, so for this we need brush, hair bands. I have 2, and medium hold hairspray. Instead of that, I have bobbing pins because that's my favorite alternative to hairspray, because it still holds. we're gonna start the process. So the number one, brush all of your hair towards the high crown of your head. Gather the hair and create ponytail, securing it with a hairband. If your hair is really thick, I suggest you use 2 hairbands. At the moment it feels really thick. I'm using this. It's kind of like a plastic, but it also, you know, it's not really well, it's quite strong, so it's definitely gonna hold my hair. Okay, so I'm gonna do this gathering on a high of my crown because I know what's coming. Fishtail is coming, so I need to be able to really kind of like take it securely. Okay, so is that good? When I look like this, I look usually in the mirror and I look for any kind of like a bit of hair that looks like it's not properly smoothed out, because that means they're not gonna be in a ponytail or they're gonna kind of like be sticking out not properly. Okay, so that's a high ponytail on my high crown. We actually trimmed some bits around my face, so these little things which I had around my face, but can you see it's actually still incorporating the whole thing when I do this. Okay, next step is divide the hair inside your ponytail into 2. Just giving it extra brush. Oh my god, it looks so much shorter, but it feels so thick when I take it. Maybe because it's shorter and I'm used to kind of like feel this length and thickness. So divide the hair in 2 and basically do the fishtail plait. And fishtail plait you can actually be able to see. So you take little strand of your hair and you put it in the opposite direction, and then you take a little strand of your hair and you put it in the opposite direction, and you keep on doing it up until you're done. So I can't see it, but I can feel it. I don't know how it's gonna look like. That's always a difficult part when you do it yourself. And I don't think I can do it with my arms up because I think I won't be able to hold all of my hair and keep the little strands. Like if I do it from the 3 strands, I can do it quite easily, or rope plait, I can do it. I realized it's not called rope tail, it's called rope plait. So I've been using a wrong term for rope plait. Okay, so if you can see the pattern, it starts to kind of become like this. And I think what I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna then finish this quickly and do it in the speed version, so you can see the end result rather than the whole well, you can see the process, but it's gonna be like 6 times faster. I do it usually either 6 or 8 times faster. Oh my god, I can feel the heat. It's like, okay, I think I'm just gonna do it fast. So I'm stopping it kind of like at the end here. As you can see in here, it's quite loose. It's because my hair has now layers, and now like towards my end I have to stop here because there are shorter bits that I won't be able to put it together. So now I'm actually gonna tie it, and basically that's the step number 3. Once you finish, you secure it ends with the band, and then the final step is take your fishtail plait and wrap it around the top hairband, securing in place with hair grips as you go. Finish off this look by spraying medium holds hairspray. So okay, what I'm doing is this. Look. Oh, actually that looks a bit too powerful. What I'm gonna do it towards the other side, right, like this. So the rope plait is there, and it says secure it with the hair grips. I am not gonna be using hair grips because I wanna hide the tail or the very last bit under here. So, and for that, bobbing pins are the best thing because you just kind of like, you just pierce it right through it, and you cannot see, basically you cannot see the bobbing pin, you can only feel it. Sometimes if you do it uncomfortably, it's not a good feeling, especially if you have to wear the hairstyle for entire day, right? Okay, so mine fishtail plait turned out to be a little bit more massive than the one like in here. This girl, I think she had it a little bit thinner, or maybe this part, the beginning part, didn't come out so strong, but actually it looks pretty nice to me. So okay, I'm just gonna put a couple more because I would like them to last till the end of the evening. And yeah, that's high fishtail bun for you, right? I probably could have done hair a little bit smoother, but hey, it's not about sleekiness and smoothness, it's about practicing and doing hairstyles and to see how far and how easy or difficult it is done. And also it kind of creates my new habits. So today, actually, even though the number says day 31, is actually day 32 because I did yesterday a hairstyle from a bit further ahead because I didn't want to ruin my beautifully styled hair from the hair salon on that day. And actually I really like this color. It's actually not henna color, it's the color from the chemical hair dye. But yeah, henna I really liked, but I think what happens with the roots, they don't lift the roots basically. So if you start doing henna on your natural hair, you can continue to do henna on your natural hair, but when you can do it anyways, right? There is no right or wrong. But the main thing is, if you have colored your hair before and then you switch to henna, what happens then, the root starts to come out of your original color, and you can see, like for me it was like that much of my roots. It was fine, the tone was not that extremely different, but you know, once the hairdressers are open and you can go and get everything sorted, it's just good, isn't it? Okay, so actually I think I'm gonna have to get this little fellow back in. Yep, because it was a bit naughty and it was sticking out. Okay, so yeah, I say my mood right now, just because I'm actually quite tired. Well, 8 out of 10, you know what? 8 out of 10 probably is my most normal type of mood, when I feel pretty content, pretty happy, so pretty usual, and everything is kind of okay. I just feel this a bit of, I've done a lot today because we went on a bike trip far away, and we got back and we spent some time in the forest doing picnic, not in the beach because it was too hot. So I wish you to have a nice evening, Sunday evening and end of the weekend, and I hope that you had the chance to rest. I always think that resting over the weekend, it doesn't matter if it's active or not active, but resting certain part of your, you know, like breaking the pattern of tension and doing something else is actually very important. So I wish that for you if you have any more of the evening left, and thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.